Exactly. The election is like yesterday. It is so crazy. I heard you in the opening saying, listen, if you're not voting, you are no longer my friend. It's really that serious because someone's lack of vote could be my lack of my civil rights at this point. And it's insane. I saw an Instagram post just recently, and it was saying in every state where Trump won, there were voters, black voters, that didn't register to vote. And they said, so he won by 11,000 votes in this particular state, but there were 70,000 black people that did not register in this particular town. Yeah. We cannot afford to do that. There are too many things at stake. You know, I'm so scared at just our basic civil liberties being at jeopardy. And that's something that we can't go backwards. You know, we fought too hard. Our ancestors have fought too hard. We've endured too much to allow this to take us back.
I don't know where the fuck she been. Anybody know where the fuck she been? Anybody know who the fuck that is? If you didn't see the name, I tried to put up on the screen real quick. That was Yandy. Yandy Smith, I believe. She was on some fucking shit on VH1. I can't remember. One of y'all might remember. I don't think I watched that. She was in some shit when I was in my 30s. I don't know if it was basketball. I don't give a fuck what it was. The shit this woman just said, and she was talking to the Oreo cookie. I got a video on the Oreo cookie. Biracial Oreo cookie on this channel. It's Claudia Jordan she's talking to. You heard what Yandy said in the beginning of this video. I let the whole thing play. No copyright infringement intended. Talking about we need to, basically in simplest terms, let me just sum this up for you. We either vote or we die. Another one of these damn black people coming out telling us that we need to vote or it's over. You know, let's vote because our ancestors died for the right to vote. Please stop. Please stop it. I'm never going to pretend that I'm better or more, wiser than anybody else, but I have a brain, I'm intellectual, and I do understand certain things. And our people did not die for the right to vote. If anything, our people died for the right to have freedom, for not being a slave. And unfortunately, many of us black people out here are still slaves. We may not be in shackles, as I've mentioned many times on different numerous videos I've done. The shackles may not be cuffed to your hands, but the shackles still exist in your mind. When you have black people that are basically telling you that if you don't vote, then your civil rights are in danger, they don't know what in the hell they're talking about. Our civil rights have been in danger long before this election, and they remain in jeopardy, as she put it, to this very day. First, they didn't want black people voting, so they did everything they could to stop black people from voting. And then black people finally got the chance to vote, and they believed that their vote would make a difference, that their vote would actually help them live a better life. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something, because this video is not going to be long. I'm about to end it in a couple of minutes. If the right to vote for black people has done anything for us, all it's done is give us the opportunity to go out there and place a name in the ballot. Have we ever received anything from voting? Don't tell me about affirmative action. Don't tell me about equal liberties and this and that. There's nothing fucking equal here in this world when it comes to black people and everybody else. It's not. Let's just stop lying. As I mentioned before, court cases, court hearings are never the same when it comes to black offenders and white offenders. The sentence is at the maximum for us, and it's at the less of a sentence for the non-black offender. We have not gotten any laws changed. There are still race soldiers, and that's what I call these police who have this white supremacist mind, still out here killing black people. Even after George Floyd, protests still out there going on right now. They're calling black people terrorists when the real terrorists live right amongst us, and they're not the same color as us. You know, it's funny. These black people will tell you on these YouTube channels that if you don't vote, you're just going to allow Trump to win. The last time I fucking checked, let me see. Last time I voted was in 2016 when the 2017 presidency was going to take place for the new president between Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. And the last time that I voted, because I don't like Donald Trump, I voted for Hillary Clinton. I know that she wasn't a better choice. And it seems that we have come to the same conclusion 3 years later. Well, I'm not going to say 3. I'm going to say 4 years later because that's when the elections took place. 2016 is 2020 as of this recording. We had Hillary to choose from and Donald Trump. Neither one of them were any good. Now we have Biden and Donald Trump. Neither of them are any good. None of them are going to do anything for fucking black people at all. They're not going to do a fucking thing for us at all. Nothing's going to change but the damn calendar date. We're still going to have race soldiers killing us. We're still going to have the same shit that we go through every single day, 24/7, 365. So getting back to my point, because I'm about to end this video. I'm looking at the time as I'm talking to you on this iPad here. If our votes counted, things would have changed a long time ago. There wouldn't have had to been any kind of civil rights era where we needed to fight for our rights because we would have been able to vote and that would have changed things back then. Things would have changed back in the 70s or the 80s when I was around as a little kid. They didn't change. Nothing changed now. It's the same. Talking about what the elders fought for. What the fuck did they fight for but interracial access? Then they're telling the young people out here who are younger and stronger that we should comply with what the police is doing to us. We should just accept it. Go and seek out religion. That'll help you. That's not helping. Praying is good. It's good to believe in something. It's good to believe in God. That's your religion. I believe in God. I believe in creation. But that ain't helping me when these motherfuckers are out here killing me. When they're out here killing people like me. When they're killing our babies. When they're killing our women. When they're killing my brothers. When they're killing our people. Voting does not stop it. Voting does not help. And the people that tell you that it does are liars. I don't give a damn if you're a black person and you tell other black people that voting is something that we need to do. It's our God-given right and we can't complain if we don't vote. Kiss my black ass. That's what you can do. Because I've been voting since I was 18 years old. And that was way back in 1997. Some of you weren't even alive in 1997. Or some of you were little children in 1997. Or probably the same age as me, if not older. I was 18 years old in 1997. Nothing fucking changed from then to now. Except the different days that passed by on the calendar, my age, and the person in charge. Black people were getting killed back then. Black people getting killed now. Don't give me that black on black crime. I'm talking about what goes on with these race soldiers and us and how we don't have the same rights in court. We don't have the same treatment from the police as everybody else does. I don't want to hear it. I'm not complaining about it. I'm telling you that's how it is. That's how it's been. It's been like that before I was born. It's been like that before you were born. It's been that way when our parents were in their teenage or 20 years. 20 somethings. And it hasn't fucking changed. So you tell me how trying to scare, or I should say trying to use scare tactics is going to help black people when it comes to voting. It's going to help us live better lives by putting somebody's name in a ballot. These politicians promise all the world to you as black people. But when it's time to deliver on what they are supposed to deliver to black people, they are nowhere to be found. The gays, the lesbians, the illegal immigrants, the immigrants, they all get their rights. But the black people who built this country, who were put out there in the fields to work hard days without pay, without food, the ones who suffered injustices that you can't even begin to imagine, the ones whose families were broken up, women, children, young girls raped, men castrated. Those people have never gotten their freedom. Not truly. They've never gotten their pay, their reparations. When it comes to everybody else, they get what they have coming to them. But when it comes to black people, the simplest of things like reparations, the simplest things like changing the laws for our civil rights, it never happens. I'll be surprised if it ever does. Don't you dare tell black people that they need to vote or you're not going to talk to them anymore. It's either vote or die. We've been dying and we've been voting. So what the fuck are you talking about?